What is up, guys? Hove here, and today I'm going to do a Litecoin update for you. So both ADA and Litecoin tied in the voting, so I decided to do Litecoin because Sam did a ADA video earlier, and you guys will get that a little later anyways. So the last video I left off, I think I was saying that we're going to retrace for a fourth down here, and this count is the same count that we've been following for a couple months now. We've taken a lot of good trades through here. It's been a beautiful asset to trade, and the algos have been all over the place on this. If you missed that, you can check other videos where the algos have just been on point. But what I did for this was what we normally do. We pull from R2 through R3, and we look for our 382 or 50 for our fourth. And lo and behold, it's to the tick of the 50. So this was a really good trade setup as well. This was pretty ugly coming down, but we've seen algos all over this, so it was a pretty obvious entry to take. I have these two channels on here that I've had pretty much the whole time because I use geometry to find entries and also where to take profit. You can see that both of these have been great spots for both support and resistances. You see that this gray one right here provided a lot of support this whole time. It finally got through, almost got back tested, and then this blue one was the next line of support before it broke down. And then you get a test here before it retraces, and then this white one gets tested a couple times because this is the channel of this correction. So it kind of wedged in between here before we got a reaction, and once we got through it, it was a rip. It broke through this, but then it got some resistance here, then it became support here, and it kind of wedged through this, and now it's broken through. So this count right here is where I think we are. I don't think this 3 is finished. I'm just putting it here for now. But if it is finished, we would do like we normally do and pull a fib from R2 through R3, and we'll look for the finish up here. But let me remove this so it doesn't get too busy. I'm going to show you the chart on the count that I think it is now, which is that this whole thing is still the third. So let me jump on over to Bitfinex. I guess I'll just show you on the other one. One sec. All right, so this is the count that I think, the two counts, one bull, one bear, that I think are the best counts at the moment. Because if you see the third here, or this is the strongest push, so I believe this is our third. We get this 1, 2. This looks pretty similar to how Bitcoin had that 1, 2. Then we had that third, and now we're putting in a fifth. Very similar to Bitcoin. This, I think, is the best count at the moment. So with that, this is Bitfinex, so it looks a little different on the fib levels and the reaction. I just wanted to do it on this chart to make it a little less cluttered. So where we're going to look for our take profit is right around this 382 or 236, sorry. But what we do to find additional confluences is we take our channel line, we draw from R2 through R4, project it from R3, and we'll look for this area to find a reaction for the fifth. It's pretty straightforward. You see, we are getting reaction at this 50. Like I said, I don't think this 3 is done. We might get a little bit higher of a push. But what I'll do here is I'll trace the length of our 1, project it from our 4, and these will also give us wave relationships to look for an exit. And you can see the 1618 lands up here. I think this algo target is going to be too strong to stop right here, so we could push a little bit higher. I think right around this level we could get up to the 618 before we get a reaction, and at this point this is what we have to look for to see whether this is our third in here for the bullish count, or the C for the bearish. If this comes down in 3 waves and then starts heading up, well, you know. If it comes down in 5 waves, then heads up, well, then you know that the C is in. So it's a pretty easy chart, to be honest with you. If you look at this, if you just pulled this up on a blank chart, it's pretty obvious. These are the kind of charts you want to trade. I've said this multiple times, but this is a beautiful chart. Why would you not trade it? At this point, let me undo the magnet. At this point, if this is our 3, I don't think it is. Like I said, I think we get a little bit push up to here, but we would pull that fib, and then if we do believe we're going to get to this 236, well, the 4 usually comes between the 382 and the 50, and I'll just take a medium but of the 2 to our 382. There's another 30%, roughly 30%. So these are beautiful trades to be taking. I'm not telling you to take this trade. I'm just showing you an example of how I would be trading it. This is a great chart. It's been my favorite for a few months. This did get a little tricky, so it was a turnoff for the most part, but now we're getting more beautiful waves. You're seeing 5 waves. You're seeing 5 waves. We're obviously going to come down in 3, and when you find those 3, you identify that it is a correction. Well, it looks like we'll get 5 more waves up, and this would be a likely landing spot for our finished 5th of whatever this move, the 5th of the 5th. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, keep geometry on both log and arithmetic to find confluence for entries, as well as your take profits, and just make smart trades. This is a smart trade. Well, this whole time has been a smart trade because it's a beautiful chart. It's very easy. This is exactly what you want to see as a trader. All right, guys, I hope that helps. As always, you can shoot me a DM, ask any questions if you'd like. All right, guys.